Okay, I finished Riftborne, Dusbound, and The Ascended last night, and like past midnight. I'm still in that post series haze where you don't know what to do with yourself. So I'm just staring off the space for still after midnight. So I rated Riftborn 4.5 stars and Dustbound 4.25 and Ascended 4.5. Overall, I think this is an incredible series by Lennox and Grenwich. I guess like okay, so incredible series, and I devoured all three books in a week back to back, which is always a sign that something is working, right? And I also went in completely blind on these books. I didn't read the synopsis, and I usually that's how I prefer my books. I just want the genre. I know it's a romantasy, and I saw people who trusted say I should read this, and it was on Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, fine, let's try it, right? So okay, so by for Riftborn at around 10%, I started getting hooked. And the pacing picks up fast, and once it does, it's one of those reads where you're suddenly at 40% in and you don't remember choosing to even like sit down, right? So, across all three books, you get a very strong FMC and a brooding MMC and an enemies to lovers dynamic that is done beyond amazing. So the romance is slow burn, there is plenty of spice, and the tension feels earned. But the biggest surprise for me was the magic system. It's not just wiry and pretty words, it's something that I was starting to care about. Like I went into the lore and I was so into it. I know, like the rules matter for me personally. And when the rules matter, the state gets higher, and I was totally into it. So, Riftbound was the fastest hook for me. I didn't know where it was going, and that made it even better. It's paced in a way that makes you trust the author early because it doesn't waste time getting you invested. And, it was a solid 4.5 stars for me. It was from the start, it was like amazing. And I just got the next book immediately, which is Duskbound, and started going at it. And Duskbound is at 4.25 stars for me. And it's not because it's a weaker plot, it is actually amazing, but the plot completely shifted, even though it's the same series, it's a continuation model. It's still part of the same world, but the setting changed completely, and we have a whole new characters. And I'll be honest, it's like it took me some time to transition into this new book, and I totally missed the old characters in Riftborn. And I had the brief wait, who are we with right now? Moment. And but once I settled in, I started caring about the new characters as well, and I was hooked again. That transition period, though, it literally is the only reason for the 0.25 knock off from 4.5, because the series overall is still beautiful, and I absolutely recommend both Riftborn and Dustbound if you are like a romantic reader. Like I completely loved it. So then I moved into The Ascended. This is the interesting part. I actually started reading The Ascended first. Then I went into like three or four pages, and I was like, this is so good. And then I started getting, this happens, right? Like you start reading a book and you see all these related YouTube videos and friends comments in the Instagram channels and TikTok. So then somebody said like you have to go read Riftborn before Ascended, and I was like, okay, so if this Ascended book is like this good, I don't want to miss out on the whole thing. So that's when I went into Riftborn, and it's already on my PBR, but it's Kindle Unlimited. As I said, all three books are on Kindle Unlimited. So I got the Riftborn and started with it. And I loved Riftborn. I didn't see how it could be even better. Then the Ascended came in, and it was good. It is so good. if you asked me at around like 50 to 60%, I would have said it was a 3.75 or a 4-star rating, because it started a little bit slower for me than Riftbound and Dustbound. So I wasn't fully locked in. But then after that 60%, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. The trials and all this magic system, I still loved it. It's a extremely strong FMC and an amazing morally black FMC, I think. So, but it's still good. And even though it started slower, the last half, I was like, oh my God, it it ruined me. I can't. That's the reason that I'm still staring at a wall. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say the ending pulled the entire book upward for me. It was beautifully done. It wrecked me, but it's that kind of ending that makes you want to close the book and just sit there for a second, like, okay, great, God, it's cool. Like, I'm fine. I will be fine. Okay, that's how it was for me in this book, and it was very beautifully done. Definitely recommend it. It's a 4.5-star read for me, but even that is because of the slow transition. But I loved it, and I'm definitely reading the next books, which is coming in 2026, right? Like, after Dustbound, I think it's Realm Blade, and it's coming in 2026. And there's this whole reading order thing in the internet that's going around. I know there is a lot of debate around how it's done. So far, like, 3 books are out: Riftborne, Duskbound, The Ascended. And honestly, you can read Ascended and then go for the other 2 books if you want, and you would still, you know, be loving the Ascended. But when you start with Riftborne and Duskbound and then move on to the Ascended, it gives you this whole meaning, this whole uh, devastation about the other 2 books, because you actually started caring about the other characters, and then you move into the Ascended. And as I said, until 60%, you're not going to feel much. But after that, it makes the whole thing worth your time. So emotionally prepare yourself. But if you like enemies to lovers, slow burn with a real payoff, strong MMC and FMC, and a magic system that actually feels intentional, this series is absolutely worth picking up. If you have already read this, tell me your ratings, and did Ascended ruin you too? Maybe you're emotionally like more stable and better than me, but I love it. Totally recommend it. And go pick it up if you haven't already. Let me know how you like this series, or if you love another romantasy better than this. Share it with me, and I will want to pick up more of the books like this. It's definitely worth it, guys. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.